What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Philly Bags coming at you with my second episode of Philly Bags PUA. Now this video probably a little bit overdue. Should have done this a lot earlier, but what the fuck? Better late than never. So I don't know how to start. Okay, the game is very hard, man. It's like the hardest thing I've done. Yes, right under, well, no, above these fucking math, all these math fucking classes I'm taking right now. It's even harder than all that shit. The hardest thing I've ever fucking done. Why is it so hard? Because you have to constantly push yourself beyond your limits to do things that you don't normally do. You have to constantly do that. And to be quite frank, fucking not many people do that. So it's really hard to do. So what ends up happening, it's kind of like, I mean, you just get so overwhelmed that you just stop doing it for a while. It's kind of like, I play guitar. And I'll admit, I'll just go ahead and say it. When I practice and play for, extended periods of time, I'm fucking badass. I'm fucking badass. But as soon as I slack off for like a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, and then I try to jump back into it, I still have the knowledge, my fingers still kind of know how to do it, but it ain't the same. It just sounds kind of funky. And that's how the game is. After you stop it for a while, you can't just hop back in where you were, because you don't have the repetitions in, you don't have it down like you do anymore. So, and this happens to me all the time. I'll get out for a while and I'll try to jump back in. And after doing this a few times, I've started to use this technique to help me, kind of come back into the game, and it works really well. It actually helps your game. It helps your game out without even having to talk to anybody, without even having to do a game. This shit is powerful. It works. People are gonna listen to this video. You're probably gonna laugh and be like, "Oh, it's stupid. This fucking works." I do it. You do have to be in a certain kind of environment. We'll talk about that later. But this shit works wonders. It works wonders because to be good at game, there's two kinds of game. There's inner game and there's outer game. Inner game is what you're thinking. What you think about yourself, what you think about the situation, how the situation affects how you act, shit like that. Outer game is what other people do, what you say, how you look, how you stand, shit you can see, other people can see. And this shit that I'm about to tell you, it helps inner and outer games. It helps your inner and outer game without even having to practice game. I mean, it's that powerful. When I tell you what it is, you're going to be like, what the fuck, that's stupid. I'll go ahead and tell you. It's body language. Body language, that fucking simple. Now I'm going to break it down into three steps on how you can practice this. And at the end, I kind of have this game I play. I call it the I game. Once you play and win the I game 3 times, you're basically like a certified badass master at just eye contact. What you can do without saying anything to a girl, fucking blow your mind once you get good at this. And this usually takes me about 10 days. Now, like I said, you have to be in the right kind of atmosphere when you're practicing this. The atmosphere, you need to be in a really, really populated area. So right now, I'm going to college, I'm in school, fucking people everywhere. So, I mean, this works great. Places like that, maybe like a big city, something like that. You got a mall or something you can walk around. And the second thing is better, like I said, I go to a university, so when you're walking, it's better if you're passing somebody, not just to be populated, but if it's populated and you're constantly passing by people. That is the perfect environment for doing this shit. But anyway, let's jump right into it. First step is very simple. Now this shit I'm going to tell you, at first you're going to have to think about it consciously. Think about it consciously when you're doing it. But after a while, you're going to get so used to it, you're going to start doing it unconsciously. And at the same time, some of your mannerisms are going to take over, and it's, for lack of better words, you're going to have kind of like your own kind of swag. It's going to be a badass swag too. But anyway, I mean, the first thing in body language is the stance. Now, most people, most guys have terrible fucking posture. It's just the truth. So, first thing is the stance. Head up, looking at the horizon or above. Simple. Shoulders pulled back, chest out. You know, have a little bit of stance in your legs. Let your nuts breathe. No hands in your pocket. Never put your fucking hands in your pocket. Always by your side or doing something. Never in your pocket and never fold it. It just doesn't go well. Never do it. This is the stance. And in this, okay, I'm stealing this from this method called Bad Boy. But in this method, it says that the mind follows the body. And to break that down, basically, the more comfortable you are, the more comfortable you will be, I guess, inside your mind. So say, and I've actually used this before in very uncomfortable situations. I've gone and like, say there's something there and I'm very uncomfortable. I'll go and I'll just lean, take up as much space as possible, you know. And after a while, it really does fucking work if you try it. Like after a while, once your body is relaxed and calm and you're feeling relaxed, your mind kind of follows if you're in a stressful situation. So, always take up, you want to take up as much space as possible to make you feel comfortable. Because the more comfortable you feel, I mean, the more comfortable you're going to fucking feel. I mean, that's what you want. So take up space. That's the first step. Consciously think about it, holding your shoulders back, looking up, taking up space, and being relaxed and comfortable. That's it. Simple. Step 2, the walk. Now we're going to take all those same principles I just told you about the stance and put them into a walk. I don't know if you can see my legs, I don't think you can, but it's basically the same as a stand. You take up space. When you walk, walk slowly. Don't ever, unless you just have to be, don't ever, you know, be in a hurry, you know, fast kind of walking. You want to be relaxed, you want to take your time, stride, shift your weight one side to another when you walk. Shoulders back, never look down, always look up. Never look down, always look up, shoulders out, back, and walk. Shift the weight when you walk, shift. And you always, don't walk fast, always walk slow. Always slow. Simple. Simple. Now you can consciously think about this shit when you're first starting out. Consciously think about this. It might be a little weird for you depending on how you walk, but over time, like I said, once you do this for a while, you're going to stop thinking about it. It's going to be a lot more natural, and like I said, your own mannerisms are kind of going to take over. So you're going to develop your own kind of badass walk doing this. Trust me. Trust me. The last step, third step, and this ties all this shit together. Motherfucking eye contact. Eye contact. It's probably the most important. Well, I guess all important. It's very important though. Now you just want to put all that shit together. Every time you see somebody. Like I said, this helps in the area, if you're in a certain kind of area populated where you're passing people. Combine all that shit. Throw in your walk, shoulders back, slow stride, whatever. And as people pass you, look them directly in the fucking eye. That's it. Look them directly in the eye. Don't fucking be serial killer, give them a serial killer look and just stare at them and freak them out. But just have a nice calm look on your face. Swagged out, you know, calm. And just look at them. That's it. Now what you're going to notice, you do this to guys and girls now. What you're going to notice is that like 90 to 95% of people you do this to, what they're going to do, once they see you look at them, it's like people can't handle this shit. They're going to look at you and they're going to directly, bam, their head is going to shoot down and they're going to look directly at the ground. I don't know why, I mean, I used to do this. I noticed it after doing this that I was one of those motherfuckers who does this, who did this, but it happens. I don't know why. And after a while, once you start doing that, something like clicks in you. I don't know what it is. Like you get this kind of like feeling like this, like you have some kind of power. I feel like a fucking superhero or some shit. You can go around making people. I mean, it kind of freaks you out. I've done this to fucking huge motherfuckers, like our fucking football team, like the linebackers and shit. I'll fucking go and I'll just look at them, not in an intimidating way or anything like that. I just look at them calmly. People cannot handle that. Lots of people cannot handle that shit. And after a while, you can just see it, and they just look away because they can't handle it. It's very weird. And it's, at the same time, it's empowering. Very empowering. It is. It's weird. Now, I mean, two things can happen. The person can fucking freak out and look down, or, oh shit, what happens if, oh my god, they keep looking at you. Oh my gosh, what do you do then? Very fucking simple. Here's usually what happens. Say, alright, a girl comes up. We're passing each other. I'm looking at her. She looks at me. She smiles. Once we get, in this area, all you do, hey, and keep walking. Look her in the eye, say hey. She's going to say hey and keep walking. That fucking simple. Oh shit, the dude's doing it. Here's usually what happens when I do this to a guy. We'll get close. What up, man? And you keep going. It's that fucking simple. So at the same time, the person is either going to look down and it kind of gives you this empowering feeling, or you're going to kind of hold eye contact and you say hey or what's up or whatever, and it's like nothing. At the same time, that does something too. I can't explain what it does, but it changes. After you do that shit for a very, very long time, something changes. Like your mannerisms kind of completely take over, and you stop doing this consciously. It becomes like subconscious. Like you just start doing it automatically, and people kind of notice that. The analogy I kind of use, say you're in the neighborhood, you're going for a walk, and you see a big ass fucking dog, huge dog, like a fucking Great Dane size, it's massive. Got no leash, no owner, no nothing. Fucking head up, it's fucking bouncing around, tail held high, head up, it's fucking looking around, and it's just bouncing. You might think to yourself, oh, goddamn, what the fuck is this motherfucking dog doing? I'm gonna have to fucking cut through them fences. And where are you getting all this from? From this straight mannerism. Now take the same fucking dog, same fucking situation, but this time the dog's huge, same size, got his head fucking tucked in, fucking tail tucked between its fucking legs, and it's looking, and it's just walking. You're not gonna fucking think the same thing. And you're getting all of that just from its body language. People get that, they kind of get that same kind of shit from other people just by looking at them. People don't realize that. Now, take the same fucking dogs and go inside the dog's mind now. Go inside the dog's mind. What is the big dog thinking that's fucking, fucking bouncing around, tail held fucking high? In its mind, it's probably thinking, fuck yeah, I'm loose. It's my motherfucking neighborhood. Say something. I want somebody to say something. Say something, Now, go into the fucking mind of the other dog. Oh my god, I'm loose. What am I going to do? Where's my master? I shouldn't be out this late. I hope nobody grabs me, picks, don't fuck with me, please. I got to get back home. I mean, that's kind of what this shit does. It changes your mind to think like the big dog. At the same time, you look like the big dog. Very powerful. Now, doing this usually takes me about two weeks to get really, 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 really good at this. Like I said, to have your mannerisms kind of take over and you get your own kind of slack. But, like I said, that's about 5 days in the school. So I do it at school, so 5 days a week, that's like 10 days of doing this shit. You gotta think how much I do it. I get to school, I get on the shuttle, I do it while I'm walking to the shuttle. The shuttle takes me to class, and in between classes, I'm averaging like 3-4 classes a day. 10 minutes in between every class, I'm walking around doing this constantly. Like in a minute, I can fucking bust out like 5 to 10 of these bitches. So I'm busting them out. So when I say you can become like a master and get good at this shit, I mean, you get your reps in when you're in the right situation, and it can happen in like 10 days, complete like metamorphosis, fucking complete change, man. And I mean, this shit can still probably work if you're not in an area as populated, but I mean, it's probably not gonna be as quick. Probably be more than 2 weeks, maybe more than a month or something like that. But anyway, once you get really good at this, how I say you become a master, you play this shit I call the I game. Now, to become a master, you have to play the I game 3 times, and you have to win it 3 times. And you're asking me, what the fuck is the I game? Okay, so when you do this, I've played the I game before. It's usually with, you play the I game with usually really, really, really bad bitches. Like really fine. They do. Like really fine ones, sometimes the I game will happen. And the I game is basically, like I'm saying, you kind of get this sense, you start doing this shit, and you feel like you're kind of punking people, kind of, when they look down and you're kind of like, that's how I get. But I call the I game is when you see a really hot chick, and it's like, she's doing it too, and she knows what you're doing. And it's kind of turned into like a fucking challenge, and you probably looking at me and you're like, what the fuck is he talking about? You have to do it, and you will know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. It's like she won't back down. It's like, you looking at me? What the fuck? And the whole time, constant eye contact. The eye game is not the eye fucking game. It is fucking constant eye contact. It's kind of like both of you are looking at each other. It's like whoever breaks first is a little bitch. And it is fucking intense. It is fucking awesome. It's fucking intense. I'll give you an example. Like when you play the I game, you're gonna know you're in the I game. I mean, sometimes you walk by and the girl look at you and say, hey, you know, that ain't the I game. The I game is like, fierce, what? Like you can just feel the tension. Like, ugh. An example, see, I was at school one day, coming out of the bathroom, and the bathroom is a long fucking hall in the library. Long fucking hall. And this girl was sitting on this little bench. There's a wall there with the door to go on the computer or whatever. She was sitting outside of that. And it's kind of offset. So she can see down this huge hallway. So I get out, I'm always fucking in scan. I fucking see her. She sees me, eye contact, on, blam, blam, boom, it's on. You know? So, and I am usually lasts a lot longer than, you know, your common walk through. It's usually like usually at a distance. It starts at a like deep distance. And it's weird. It's fucking awesome though. Anyway, I'm walking out, and literally, it gets to the point where I'm here, like she's here, I'm way the fuck over here now. Both of our fucking heads have turned, and I'll tell you, I'm coming from this long ass hallway. Both of our fucking heads have turned. We're not in a straight line. We are both still constant look at each other, and both of us are like, break, 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 break. You try to break the other one. It's a fucking awesome feeling. And another example, the very first time I played the I game, I fucking lost. I was in the grocery store, and on that note, I'll say once you do this, the I game usually happens in areas that aren't so populated. Like I was saying, I would play the I game in the library, and this time like in the grocery store, it's populated areas, but not, I guess, as dense as you. It doesn't happen in areas that are as dense. That's what I'm talking about. Like you need to practice doing this shit. Like in between classes when everybody's everywhere. It usually won't happen in that kind of situation. But anyway, I was in the grocery store the very first time I played the I game. Before I knew what the fucking I game was. At a distance, once again. Like basically, complete opposite sides of the aisle. We make eye contact. I could tell. She's looking at me. Neither one of us breaks. We're going slow as shit. Like, the tension is sickening, man. The eye game, you gotta know when you're in the fucking eye game. So we get there. We finally, after probably like, seemed like an hour, it was probably like a minute, we cross paths. And once again, like I said, it's usually a bad bitch. The closer she got, I was like, cop, you know, the whole time she's fucking hot. So I'm breaking. I was new at this. I'd never played the eye game before. I'm like, fuck. So she finally I don't know, we're probably about 5-6 feet apart, and I fucking break. Oh, boom. Then I come up again, and she's looking at me, and she just starts laughing. She just starts laughing, man. That easy. She won the fucking eye game. And I'm gonna tell you, the first time you play the eye game, it's gonna be intense. I don't know if you're gonna be ready for it. You might lose too. You're probably gonna lose. But I'm telling you, once you lose, you're gonna bounce back and you're gonna know what it's about. So, play the eye game 3 times, win the eye game 3 times, become a master. And I mean a fucking master. Once you become a master, you fucking hit a club, the shit you can do without saying anything to a girl will fucking blow your mind. You can hit the club, it's gonna be totally fucking different. Your whole fucking body language, the way you look at girls, the way you look at people, everybody, the way you go to the bar, the way you order a fucking drink, the way you do everything is gonna be completely fucking different. So get out there, joke me if you want. As long as you try this shit. If you try this shit and it don't work, joke me all the fuck you want. But don't joke me if you don't try it. Why? Because this fucking shit works. Get out there, play the shit 3 times, and win it. Do the damn thing.